We're kind of all about, you know, having a great network of people and finding mentors and that sort of thing. So maybe you guys can talk a little bit about your first supporters, so like your partners or your investors or just mentors, and how you sort of found those relationships and developed them and that sort of thing.
Well, for us, our two main mentors were one, Leigh, who's a jewelry designer who went to Parsons, and that was just kind of a random connection, like friend of a friend. And we reached out to her because she owns her own business, and so she was really helpful as just somebody to talk to. And another one is actually one of our old teachers, Bart Haney, and he has been super helpful because he started a company right out of school with some of his friends doing product design, so amazing, perfect.
When I was working with Spread Magazine, we were really inspired by Bitch Magazine, and so we just kind of became super fans and sent them a lot of emails, which they ignored until we had an actual magazine. And then we started sending them issues of the magazine. And our first year we won the Utne Reader Award for Best New Title. And so when we got that, we sent them the whole packet of the first year of magazines, and then they took us seriously and started talking to us. And they helped us a lot to understand how the madness of independent publishing works or doesn't work in a lot of ways. So that was just a really, really great relationship for us.
I would say I approached a lot of people to be my mentor, to help, you know, in various parts of the business, but I didn't use them as much as I should have. And years later, they'd say to me, "Laurel, I was on your advisory board, but you never called me." But it is important to have an advisory board and to create one and to actually make use of them and to have clear expectations of what you want from them and make it clear to them. And don't be shy, and tell them, like, we're going to have a quarterly meeting. It's going to be over lunch with the other mentors or without them, and we're going to talk about how the company's going, or, you know, how the projects are going, and we're going to ask for your help periodically. I hope that's okay. And in exchange, you usually give them 0.25% of the company, a 0.1%, but, you know, they have to earn it. And so instead, I ended up getting a lot of free help from lawyers, accountants, and other people who I just had an issue at hand, a problem to solve immediately, and I just call around and basically pick someone's brain for several hours for free. So that's how I ended up getting my mentors and helpers.
But also respecting the time of your mentors is really important. Like with the current board that I have for Red Umbrella Project, we have a board call once a month that is always an hour long. No matter if we're only 2 items into the agenda, I always stop at 1 hour, and most of the time it engenders a lot of goodwill in them, and they'll say, "Oh, no, we can keep going." But they wouldn't do that if I just kept talking past the hour point and annoyed them, because they're busy people.
Great point.
Yeah, I think it's really important that I mean, if you're lucky, your mentor will kind of lead you, but you kind of have to lead them in telling them what you want to know, because you can't expect them to work for you and just lead all the meetings, and, you know, so go there and have a specific list of things that you want to ask them and what you want to talk about.
Yeah.